Hey guys, I share Command today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Glad to have you here. Send us some positive vibes your way, especially if you need them today. Today's gonna be an important video. It's how to one-shot, I guess it's not a one-shot, but it's like a one-turn kill on Bommal.
I suppose nothing hurts you.
Only pain.
We've never made a video like this on the channel, and I'm really excited because a lot of you guys have been asking, you know, what strategy that I use on Bommal. I previously, by the way, have showed you guys a video on how to solo Bommal, any difficulty utilizing Lady Annabelle. So if you missed that video, I'll include a link. It's really effective, but it's also long, right? It takes around 12 minutes to kill Bommal. I think in the video here, I'm just kind of showing you it. I actually cut right about here, because basically she's killing Bommal off of War Master proc, so that's why it takes so long. But because of her passive, you can see I cut right there. 11 minutes in, it takes her around 11 minutes to kill Bommal at floor 90 on hard difficulty. And again, I will link that video, but really quickly here, you can see the stat threshold is pretty high as well, at least as you scale to the more difficult floors, right? So level 90 hard, you're looking at kind of close to 100k HP and pretty fast on the speed as well on the Lady Annabelle run. But today, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the one-shot Gnishak Verminlord strategy, which I absolutely love. Now, I want to say out the gate here, guys, two things. Number one is not 100% success rate. Also, the second thing is I have to give love, right? Massive love here to YST. I think he was the first one that kind of pioneered this Gnishak Verminlord strategy, and boy, has it been beneficial to me. The only downside, though, is I don't have him in a build that's as good for Hydra Clan Boss, where I also ran Gnishak Verminlord. I had to make some changes, and we'll talk about those in just one moment. So shout to YST. I'll include a link to his channel. Definitely worth checking that dude out. He's one of my favorite content creators in this scene. But let's get to Gnishak, right? So number one is the reason why it's not 100% success rate is because it's really leaning and predicated on this A1 ability. So the A1 is 3 times at random. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a bomb debuff for 2 turns. The bomb debuff is placed by this skill on enemies whose max HP is equal to or higher than 200,000, which the Bommal obviously is, will deal double damage. So against bosses, essentially we're getting double damage. Moreover, on the A3, we also get that double damage off of 2 more bombs. So we get 2 bombs on the A3, and then we get, you know, up to 3 bombs on the A1. So the idea here is we pair him with at least 2 other ally attackers. The more ally attackers that you can get on this team, so some people run 3, it's going to, you know, increase the chances at placing more bombs in the A1, thus increasing your odds against Bommal. So you have a decision to make, right? If you do have 3 ally attackers on your account, we're going to be using Farrakhan and Longbeard, but Farrakhan, Cardio, Longbeard, Creela, you guys know all the ally attackers. There's a lot of them out there. If you have 3 built, you can run 3 on this team with an increased attack champion and Gnishak Verminlord, and you're going to, you know, beat Bommal more often than not.
Should we keep going? He said to hit him until he gave the signal to stop.
Those waves are going to take a lot longer if you use that strategy. So I like to go with a nuker, 2 ally attackers, a Gnishak, and like an Arbiter or somebody with increased attack. But that will change our success rate on Bommal, right? We're going to have to really land 2 or 3 of these bombs on both of our ally attacks in order to be successful, which again is going to come down to a little bit of RNG. But if you're just looking to try to clear Bommal, and in keys don't cost you anything, it's like the one area in this game, Doom Tower keys, that it doesn't matter if you fail, because you just do the run again, right? So masteries are not super important, except for one, and that maybe 2, and that is Blade Disciple, increase attack. For this strategy, we want to maximize the attack on Gnishak Verminlord. It's going to make a massive impact on the damage overall. And then Eagle Eye is nice to have for more accuracy, but of course you can just build him with more accuracy anyway. The other one important, I would say, is Sniper. We can bring that chance of landing a bomb on the A1 on all 3 of those chances to 55% chance if we get Sniper, and that's going to help tremendously. So Sniper, I would say, is the most important mastery for this strategy. We don't even need anything else here. We really don't. We can just stop at the extra attack and at the tier 5 on Sniper. But I would just come down the offensive side and probably just end up at Methodical or something like that. But again, not mandatory in that regard. So we do have Brimstone Blessing on our Gnishak Verminlord. However, you know what I would say is I think I would rather swap Brimstone for a little bit more attack. So I'm just trying to find Soul Reap has attack. I'm just going to go for Soul Reap just to get the extra attack in his kit, which is actually pretty significant. Again, we just want to prioritize that one stat. So we have 7450 almost on the attack, and we went attack in basically every slot, right? Attack on the ring, attack on the amulet, you guessed it, attack on the banner. We went attack percentage on the gauntlets, we went attack percentage on the chest, and we went attack percentage on the boots. A lot of attack skilled on this champion to get his attack as high as 7,400. Now, the rest of his stats aren't incredibly important. We do have to have him fast enough to go before Bommal, so he gets 1 A3 off, but that's not that difficult. So really, it's all about stacking attack to get more damage, because obviously bomb damage is based on, predicated on that champion's attack. So I'm going to show you the team that we're going to be running him with today, and then we're going to go ahead and do the run. No, I don't want your void shards. Man, I meant to say this at the beginning of the video. Me and my son, apropos of absolutely nothing while we go to the dungeon here, we are so into the new Zelda game, man. Tears of the Kingdom. I always want to say Tears of Heaven for some dumb reason, but Tears of the Kingdom, man. Me and my son, so into it, except for with the slowest players in the history of time, because my son is perfectly fine to have like an hour-and-a-half gaming play session in the new Zelda, just like making food and forging. And me and my linear old school gaming brain, I'm like, dude, I want level 1, you fight a boss. Level 2, you fight a boss, and move on to level 3, you fight a boss. I like linear in my gaming. I'm old school. My son's like open world. We'll be playing this game. We won't beat that game until he's 18 years old, right? He's gonna be 6 right now. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the team setup here. We have Baron, any DPS to clear the waves, right? You could use a Trunda, you could use a clear Artyrix, because we're going against Force Affinity mobs. So Baron in here is just basically shutting off all of his abilities, going A1 Trample on the first wave. On round 2, he's going with Sky Piercer. Again, this is just a nuker spot on your team. We do want an attack or a lead. That's very important. You can use Gnishak as your attack or a lead because he has it in all battles, I think 30%. So that's solid too. Arbiter, we have not using Mentor of Heroes on wave 1 or round 1, round 2. We want to open with it in round 3. So let's just put opener first choice, even though it will be anyway. We can use Destiny's Call. It's fine on round 1 and round 2. Gnishak, we are on round 1, we don't have to do anything. On round 2, we have to shut off that Unclean Banquet because we want that off cooldown for round 3. Round 3, against the boss, we are not going to be using the A2. That's very important. We want him to take the A3, place his bombs, grant an extra turn, and place more bombs on the A1. If you're failing at this run, it's likely because you're not shutting off that A2 on the 3rd wave. And then Longbeard, kind of the same move. No matter who it is, Krilla, we're not going to use Lanicus. We're not going to use their ally attack on round 1, round 2. We're going to open it with it on round 3 to get that ally attack. Same thing with Farrakhan the Fat, who's the last champion here. Now, on my ally attackers, I just built them as fast as I could, right? That's really it. I'm not prioritizing anything else in their kits, just speed. So there you have, guys. Let's go ahead and enjoy the run. All right, guys, floor 90, Bommal the Dreadhorn, the most difficult Doom Tower boss for my money, at least. What about you guys? Do you agree, disagree? Let me know. We have, as I mentioned, Baron in the lead with ally attack in all battles by 33%. Gnishak has 30%, so it's very, very close there, but we're going to go ahead and use the better one. We're going to go in here. I already showed you the presets to this team, and I already mentioned that it is RNG-based, based on how many bombs we can land on that A1. So there we go, guys. He's getting an extra turn. He's in Relentless, doesn't need to be in Relentless, guys, obviously. That's just for kind of a Hydra hybrid build, so we can use him in other areas of the game as well. However, you know, the important thing is if he's not getting the cooldown of that A3 ready to go against Bommal, then we have to shut off that A3 on the wave 1 as well, because he needs it ready. We landed only one bomb on the first ally attack. We want to be landing 3. There's the 3 on the second one. Unclean Banquet comes in. We land another bomb on the A1. Another bomb. Check this out. One turn. Bommal goes dead. That's what I'm talking about, man. One shot Gnishak Verminlord. I love it. Obviously, you know, one turn, I will say. One shot, maybe a little bit of an exaggeration, but one turn, it's a really effective strategy. And again, all you need is 2 ally attackers, an increase attack champion, Gnishak Verminlord, and a DPS to clear your waves, or as I mentioned, you know what, let me just go ahead and do it. Let me take away Baron. All right, guys, so going with the 3 ally attackers now, we have Creela in there, same type of deal, right? We want to make sure we're shutting off the ally attack, which is the A2 on the second wave, and then A3 will be opening and prioritizing that move. Gnishak, same thing, right? Obviously, we're going to be shutting off the A2, otherwise, we're just going to let him go on the first wave. Everything else is the same. Let's go ahead and see how we do now that we have 3 shots at landing bombs on that A1 ability. It's going to, just like I said, it's going to take some time away from, or take some certainty added to the run in terms of the win percentage, but it is going to take a little bit longer to kill that second wave on the next, the next turn. Here we go. So let's see how long it does take, right? The last thing that we want is for all these freaking coronars to start provoking us, right? And taking even longer, and worst case scenario, killing one of us. So here we go, we get an extra turn there, we do land a couple bombs. His A3 is already off cooldown, which is nice, that's Gnishak. We come in with an A2 of Arbiter here, and again, we are going to get hit a few times. We come in there again, the A2 yet again. Provoke does land. You can see we're having a little bit of issues here without the DPS on this second wave. Little bit of issues because we're still absolutely fine, but it is worth mentioning that it's going to take a little bit longer. So if you're trying to set some speed records, having a nuker and just letting the RNG play out is the way to go. If you're really just, you know, I don't want to waste my time, I don't want to waste, you're not going to waste your keys because they don't waste if you don't win anyway. But if you just want a higher success rate, let's see if we can get it done here with 3 ally attackers now. We land 3 bombs on the first shot. We land another bomb on the next shot. We land another bomb on the next shot. And then we come 2 more bombs. Extra turn, another bomb, and that's going to be good to go. Another victory there. Oh, just barely. But hey, look at all those protected poisons. All it takes is 1 more turn and we get them, or 1 more attack and we get them. So again, the turns, 40 turns versus 21, but it's a little bit more dependent, a little bit more reliable there. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Lady Annabelle video is in the description below if you want to check out that video as well. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.